of the national agency and our events. Yes. And our event foresees the discussion of national priorities regarding the public services functioning within the war and post-war periods. I will be the keynote speaker on this topic. Dear colleagues, the real experience of public administration in wartime is unique to the civilized world. Of course, Ukraine, as a democratic, peaceful country, would prefer to avoid this tragic, exclusive experience, but we have no choice. We fight for our freedom, for our right to exist, for the future of our children. Ukraine and its system of public administration are currently being tested for strength and ability to transform rapidly. I will try to outline certain trends in such a transformation of the public administration system of Ukraine. In general, the public service system of Ukraine within the first stage of the war has proved to be quite effective. Our unity and desire to be useful has reformatted our processes in the first hours of the armed aggression against Ukraine. The system did not fail, and civil servants and local government officials continued to work. People needed to receive the services, help and support they needed. I admire the strength of spirit and courage of the people around me who work in the public service. Today, they remain faithful to the oath at their workplaces in the armed force of Ukraine, territorial defense, and volunteer organizations. They are saving lives, rebuilding infrastructure, working on the international front, simply responding to citizens' appeals on a daily basis and trying to help them. However, we have losses among our colleagues. They died because of the aggressor. I often joke that the COVID-19 pandemic prepared us for the war to some extent. Within the last 2 years, we have digitized many processes and have made great strides in building a system of distant mode. This was facilitated in particular by a system of special online communications and trainings. They were initiated before the war in the agency I had. We practiced electronic communication skills to counter the pandemic, but they proved to be useful in wartime. We all need to continue to develop remote formats and be ready for anything. We are currently training civil servants in civil defense skills, extreme logistics, chemical protection, and psychological support in emergencies. And it is not only during this period that such a training should become mandatory. It's about security and confidence in the future. The war has emphasized the challenges of optimizing public service. It requires organizational and technological innovation. We focus on remote control forms and a range of digital formats. We are working on these tasks within the strategy of the National Council for the Reconstruction of Ukraine, which was initiated by the head of state. Today, strategic trends for the development of public service are being developed. First of all, we are talking about digitalization with the bias towards remote services and the course of building a service state that is as loyal to the needs of citizens as possible. We have the political will and the public demand for amendments. A number of working groups are currently working in order to rebuild the country. One of them has been focused on public administration reform. Among the key areas are the following ones. It's formation of government effective functioning, its authority and structure optimization, implementation of a fair system of remuneration, implementation of an information human resources management system, adaptation of the civil service to the European Union standards, public service staff preservation, public service professional training within the wartime and post-war periods. And I am sure our cooperation and sharing experience, involvement and commitment of international partners to common values will help with it. This will serve the foundation of Ukraine's reconstruction. Thank you for your attention, and glory to Ukraine. Glory to heroes. And dear colleagues, according to our agenda, next section is dedicated to the issues of government institutions functioning in crisis and wartime, public servants' activities issues, and their rights protection.